everybody, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be doing a Tales from the Salon hairstylist horror story video. Today's video is actually coming from one of my good YouTube girlfriends, Miss Coco Butter Curls. Make sure you go over to her channel and check her out. She does natural hair videos as well as a lot of good fashion hauls, honey. Coco be out here showing you the things to get for the season. So shout out to my girl Coco Butter Curls, and we're gonna go ahead and get into today's video.
Welcome back to my channel, guys. So this video was kind of inspired by this video I've been seeing going around Instagram. It's for this company called Instant Edges. I know y'all have seen these videos and it is crazy. Okay, those videos have been going wild. They went viral and that inspired me to talk about this. So basically the video is a lady like putting on like a hairpiece, but a hairpiece, like a hairline hairpiece.
We have all seen that lady that was over there. We've all seen her, honey. She's out here fooling the girls.
So that kind of guided me to talk about edges today, because I know edges is a hot topic and it's a big deal, especially in the natural hair community and in the black community just in general. Like, we love our edges to be laid and slayed, and some people like to just slick them back and some people like to do nothing with them. But at the end of the day, one thing we pretty much all want is to at least have them, right? Okay, so that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to tell you guys, I'm going to give you guys just a little bit of a story time and let you know some things about my edges journey. Okay,
quick question, you guys. Answer it is going to be down in the comment section. Answer up under our pinned comment. How do you like to wear your edges? Do you even care about edges? Tell me about your edges really quick. As for me and my edges, I just want to have them. They don't have to be super slick. I'm not giving you the whole bunch of swoop-de-doops. I just want them there. So as you see in my braids, honey, if you see them sticking up, it is what it is, but you see that they're there.
So I went natural, or I went fully natural in 2014, around like 2015, so it was probably about 6 months in. It was about 2015 at this point. I had this ball I was going to, and I really wanted to get a sew-in. I have been doing the natural thing for a minute. So I go to get a sew-in. The girl says, blow out your hair before you come in. Cool. I get to the hairdresser and my hair is blown out to the best of my abilities. It was in this nice little cute blowout. I even twisted it out and everything, and she further blew it out, which wasn't a big deal to me at that time. I didn't really take heat damage seriously, so I didn't really care. But
that's the first thing I'm thinking. You said that you came in, your hair was dry and already blown out. So if it was dry and already blown out, there was no reason to blow it out any further. And then especially because, like, if you're getting a sew-in, let's say you're getting a, I'm assuming that she got a leave-out sew-in. I'm assuming. So the rest of the hair doesn't have to be super bone straight or super blown out. As long as you're able to go through and braid it down without it being super tangly, I don't understand why further blow it out. Also, I've done many a sew-in without blowing out the hair at all, just braiding it down in its natural state, because it's a protective style. So why put any excess heat on it if you don't have to? That's just my opinion, but okay. To each his own.
She's braiding my hair. She did the outer circle, the most outer circle. I didn't mind that her braiding was tight, but it was where she was braiding tight at. And being a new natural, I am very strict about my hair at this point, and I'm like, I'm trying to grow this hairline. I don't need her snatching it from me. So yeah, she's braiding my hair or whatever, and then she's at the most outer part of her braid pattern, and I just asked her, like, if you could just be a little more gentle on this area specifically, because my edges are very sensitive. I let her know that, and then she's braiding my hair, and I don't feel like she listened at all, so I did mention it a second time. I still don't think she really loosened up. And then she went to like thread the braids so that it was even more tighter. So she starts stitching it up or whatever, and she is pulling super tight. She is pulling this thread so tight. Oh my god, like snatched my whole like
oh no. Let me say too, as far as sew-ins go, just a little tip or trick for those of you who may go get them or who do them or do them on yourself. Number one, even if you do whatever braid pattern you decide to braid in, that is completely your prerogative. Honestly, I am not a stickler on different braid patterns. It just depends on what works best for you. However, when you are braiding, and if you are going to braid the edges in, which I typically don't like to braid edges in, I like to kind of let you have a little bit of your edge out, but some people want their edges braided in. That's fine. So if you are going to braid your edges in, always braid in a downward pattern. So even if the rest of it goes in a circle, make these two braids, these initial braids, come down in a downward pattern. That puts a little less tension on the hair versus like braiding it straight back into cornrows. Braiding it down like this is what will keep the edges a little bit safer. And as far as pulling the thread nice and tight, you don't have to worry about like snatching the thread super tight. It's just about doing a nice little single knot as you're threading. I'll try to post one of my videos of me sewing in here up here on the screen, so that you can see what I mean when I say a single knot. And if you're doing these single knots as you're sewing, you don't have to worry about them being super, you don't have to worry about pulling super tight, because it's going to be secure anyway. And one more thing, don't take huge, like don't have an inch between each stitch. Like that's, like, well, an inch is this much. So, well, an inch is not bad, but like don't have 2 and 3 inches between each stitch, because if one of the stitches pops, then you have a big loose piece in your sew-in. So those are just some tips for sew-ins, just in case you needed that.
Girl, not too tight. I definitely stressed that I didn't want it too tight, okay, because I'm on my natural hair journey and I know I need to slow down on the super tight styles. I don't know if she was aggravated by me mentioning it, but she didn't really do anything different. She didn't change to my liking or what I was saying, so it was whatever. I didn't feel like saying it anymore. I'm like, you know what, it's gonna be okay, and this hairstyle is gonna last a long time. It's fine, it's whatever. I used to do tight styles all the time, right? I loved it, but it was really tight around my hairline, around the perimeter of my head. It was super tight. This had to be the tightest I've ever had my hair, and I didn't realize how bad it was until it was time for me to go to bed. And I could not sleep. Like, I was in excruciating pain. Now, I have a pretty high pain tolerance, but this pain right here, I've never had to do this a day in my life. I had to take Tylenol just to go to sleep.
For any reason, any style that you get, sew-ins, braids, I don't know, relaxers, I don't know. If you have any style that's causing you that much pain is an indicator that something is not right. So run, take it out, change it, do something, because that means that you're going to end up with some type of damage. And for some reason, I think people think when you're doing a sew-in, you have to braid super tight and you have to sew super tight in order for it to last a long time. And honestly, that is not true. I learned this way back in beauty school. It's layers that you're putting on this hair, so you don't want to have a whole bunch of layers of tension. So even when you braid, I mean, of course you don't want loose braids, but they don't have to be super tight. You just want them to be sturdy. And because then on top of that, if you use a net, you're going to sew a net on top of that. On top of that, then you're going to actually sew the tracks, the wefts, and all of that is just making the foundation tighter and tighter and tighter. So you don't want to start off with your braids being super tight and then keep adding things that's going to tighten the sewing up even more. So yeah, if you need all of this to go to sleep, then yeah, probably just not a style for you.
So I think the ball was only a couple days away. I had a great time. I looked amazing. I was satisfied with the way I looked, all of that. But the main thing I knew was that I couldn't keep this hairstyle in because I could feel it like pulling hair, okay, from my scalp. I can't continue to wear this sewing anymore. So maybe a couple days after that ball, I might up taking that sewing out. I took this sewing out, guys, only to reveal that I had a bald spot.
Myra? Oh, Mama, don't you name that? Oh, Myra, you know, girl, you come here all
Coco's
the
so
time.
stupid.
Oh, Myra.
I had a bald spot on top of my areas where it already dips back. I was so upset and I was so like, yeah, I was so sad because I felt like I did all this work in my natural hair journey just to take what it felt like 5,000 steps back. Listen, I'm good now, okay? I got edges. I got my edges back.
I got my edges back. I got my edges back.
So yes guys, that is all I have. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.
All right, so thank you so much again, Coco, for telling us your story, honey, about how those edges got snatched and not in a good way, okay? I hope I was able to give y'all some tricks and some tips just in case you did not know when it came to sew-ins and as far as trying to preserve your edges, because a sew-in is a protective style. So the last thing that you want is to take it out and then be ball-edged. That's not the goal. It's never the goal. Please make sure you go and support Coco by clicking the link down below in the description box. Let her know that I sent you. And come back each and every week for our Tales from the Salon horror story reaction videos. And I'm going to see y'all in the next one. Peace.